They hadn't spoken in 15 years. Then his daughter stopped breathing.
So let me tell you about two neighbors, Haridas and Suresh. They lived right next to each other for 20 years. But you know what? For 15 of those years, they were bitter enemies. And can you guess what started it all? Something so small, so simple. A boundary wall. Just a tiny strip of land that neither one was willing to budge on.
Well, that little wall, it grew into something much, much bigger. A wall of silence, of court cases, of arguments, a silence so heavy between their homes you could almost reach out and touch it. But then, one afternoon, everything changed in an instant. Haridas's little girl, his 12-year-old daughter Mira, she just collapsed right there at home. And she couldn't breathe. Her lips started turning blue. And the only person who saw it happen, it was the one man who wasn't supposed to care at all. His enemy, Suresh. When Suresh heard the panic sounds from next door, he didn't even think. He didn't hesitate for a second. And in that one moment, 15 long years of silence were just shattered. He rushed over, scooped Mira up into his arms, and carried her straight to his car. He raced to the hospital, and get this, he was the one talking to the doctors, giving them all her medical details. How did he know? He knew from all the conversations he'd quietly overheard right across that very same wall. So when Haridas finally gets to the hospital, he's out of breath, he's absolutely terrified, and he sees something he could have never, ever imagined.
Sitting there, all by himself, right outside the operation theater, was Suresh.
And he was crying. Crying. His enemy, the man he hadn't spoken to in 15 years, was sitting there shedding tears for his daughter. For the next 2 hours, they just sat there together in complete silence. Not a word was spoken. And then, when the doctor finally came out and said, "She's stable," you could feel the air change as both men let out the exact same long-held breath of relief. Just 3 days after that boundary wall, it came down. There was no court order, no legal notice. It was just two men working together in the quiet of the morning to tear it down with their own hands. Just like that, 15 years of hatred were gone. You know, there's a beautiful word for the lesson in this story. It's called Madhyastha. And it's so simple, really. It just means that before you judge someone, just wait. Because life has a way of showing you who people really are deep down in their heart. So I have to ask, has someone in your life ever shown you a lesson like this? We'd love to hear about it in the comments below.